Hi there, I'm Fla, cloud enthusiast and senior cloud architect at Amazon Web Services, in short AWS. Welcome to the first video on this channel. In this introductory video, I'd like to share an overview of my plans and what you can expect from future videos. My goal is to share my knowledge about AWS services through a series of well-structured steps. Today, I will present the AWS services I've used over the years in a timeline format, also outlining the sequence, at least the year, in which I plan to create upcoming videos. Before we dive into the first year, it's important to note that AWS offers over 200 services and products, and I haven't listed all of them. However, I've included a link in the description for a comprehensive overview. Alright, that being said, let's jump into the first services. In 2006, AWS introduced three cornerstone services. First was the AWS Simple Queue Service, in short SQS, which facilitates the decoupling of application components via a reliable messaging queue system. Next, AWS launched the Simple Storage Service, in short S3, a scalable storage solution that revolutionized global data storage and retrieval. Lastly, AWS unveiled the Elastic Compute Cloud, in short EC2, which offers scalable virtual servers on demand, significantly enhancing the flexibility and accessibility of cloud computing. Fast forward to 2008, AWS expanded its offerings with Elastic IP, improving dynamic cloud computing by enabling users to manage static IP addresses for their virtual machines. The same year saw the introduction of AWS Elastic Block Store, in short EBS, which provides persistent block storage volumes for EC2 instances. Additionally, AWS launched CloudFront, a content delivery network that ensures fast global access to data. In 2009, AWS rolled out the Elastic Load Balancing, in short ELB, which automatically distributes incoming traffic across multiple targets to enhance application performance. Additionally, the Virtual Private Cloud, in short VPC, was launched, offering users a privately isolated section of the AWS cloud. AWS also introduced the Relational Database Service, in short RDS, simplifying the setup, operation, and scaling of databases. 2010 marked the launch of AWS Simple Notification Service, in short SNS, a versatile pub/sub messaging and mobile notifications service. AWS CloudFormation was also introduced, allowing developers to model and provision resources through a simple text file, exemplifying infrastructure as code. Moreover, Route 53 began offering a scalable and highly available DNS service, while Identity and Access Management, in short IAM, was launched to enable secure access and management. 2011 introduced AWS Elastic Beanstalk, an easy-to-use service for deploying applications. Concurrently, AWS Simple Email Service, in short SES, was launched, providing a flexible and scalable email service. In 2012, AWS DynamoDB, a key value and document database that delivers single-digit millisecond performance at any scale, was introduced. Furthermore, AWS S3 Glacier was announced, an extremely cost-effective storage service for data archiving and long-term backup. 2013 saw the debut of AWS Cloud HSM, which offers hardware security modules in the cloud for regulatory compliance. AWS CloudTrail was also introduced, providing governance, compliance, and auditing capabilities for AWS accounts. Lastly, AWS Kinesis was launched for real-time data processing across large distributed data streams. In 2014, AWS introduced a suite of powerful services, beginning with AWS Key Management Service, in short KMS, which assists in managing cryptographic keys for applications. AWS Aurora, a MySQL and PostgreSQL compatible database built for the cloud, was also introduced, offering the performance and availability of commercial databases at a fraction of the cost. Additionally, AWS Elastic Container Service, in short ECS, was unveiled for simplified Docker container management, and AWS Lambda was introduced, a cornerstone of serverless computing, enabling code execution without managing servers. In 2015, AWS launched AWS Code Pipeline, a continuous integration and delivery service that facilitates fast and reliable application updates. The same year saw the introduction of AWS Elastic Container Registry, in short ECR, which allows developers to store, manage, and deploy Docker container images. AWS API Gateway was also launched, providing a robust, secure, and scalable way to create, publish, and manage APIs. Also in 2015, AWS Inspector, an automated security assessment service that helps improve the security and compliance of applications deployed on AWS, was launched. AWS QuickSight, a fast, cloud-powered business intelligence service, was also introduced, making it easy to deliver insights to everyone in your organization. In 2016, AWS introduced AWS Step Functions, which allows the coordination of multiple AWS services into serverless workflows for rapid application development and updates. AWS Systems Manager, in short SSM, was also launched to provide visibility and control of AWS infrastructure. Additionally, AWS Elastic File System, in short EFS, was rolled out, offering simple, scalable file storage. 2017 was a pivotal year for AWS, marked by the introduction of AWS Certificate Manager, which simplifies the management and deployment of SSL TLS certificates. AWS Poly, enhancing text-to-speech capabilities, and AWS Recognition, a deep learning-based image and video analysis service, were also launched, reflecting AWS's growing focus on machine learning solutions. Also in 2017, AWS Glue was released, simplifying data preparation and loading for analytics. AWS Private Link was introduced, enhancing the security for accessing services across virtual private clouds, in short VPCs. Additionally, AWS Fargate debuted, enabling container management without the need to manage servers or clusters. Continuing in 2017, a landmark year for machine learning on AWS, AWS SageMaker was launched, providing developers and data scientists with the tools to quickly build, train, and deploy machine learning models. AWS Translate and AWS Transcribe were also introduced, offering advanced language translation and speech-to-text capabilities using deep learning technologies. 2018 continued with the AWS Secrets Manager for secure management of secrets, AWS Elastic Kubernetes Service, in short EKS, for seamless Kubernetes operations on AWS, and AWS Textract, which applies machine learning to extract text and data from scanned documents. AWS Managed Streaming for Apache Kafka, in short MSK, was also introduced, simplifying the creation and management of streaming data applications. In 2019, AWS launched AWS Detective for security and incident investigation, AWS Backup, offering a centralized backup service across AWS services, and AWS EC2 Image Builder to simplify the creation and management of EC2 machine images. Also, AWS Data Exchange for streamlined access to third-party data in the cloud was released. In 2020, AWS introduced AWS Code Guru, an automated code review tool that enhances code quality, and AWS Honeycode, which enables the creation of custom mobile and web applications without programming skills. 2021 brought AWS App Runner, simplifying the deployment of containerized web applications and APIs without concern for the underlying infrastructure. AWS MemoryDB, a Redis-compatible in-memory database service, was also introduced, offering ultra-fast, scalable, and fully managed caching solutions. In 2022, AWS launched AWS Application Composer, a visual development tool designed to streamline serverless application development with pre-built components and workflows. Additionally, AWS VPC Lattice enhanced the management and security of multiple interconnected VPCs, offering more granular control and isolation. AWS also introduced AWS Security Lake, a data lake solution focused on centralizing, analyzing, and protecting security data at scale, underscoring AWS's commitment to advanced security solutions. Finally, in 2023, AWS introduced AWS Bedrock, a platform offering a selection of high-performing foundation models for building generative AI applications. AWS Code Catalyst was also introduced, designed to support software development teams by integrating continuous integration and deployment practices. Additionally, AWS Code Whisperer, an AI-powered coding assistant, was released to provide real-time coding suggestions, enhancing developer productivity and accelerating software development. That's it with the overview. In the next video, I'll start to explain a service and its use cases. If you're still here and found this useful, consider to leave a like, add your questions or comments down below, subscribe so you don't miss anything, and yeah, see you in the next. Bye.